What happens when the kings of Europe collide at the most iconic stadium in world football? Drama, brilliance, and a result that could reshape this season's UEFA Champions League. Bayern Munich walked into the Santiago Bernabéu, the fortress of 15-time Champions League winners Real Madrid, and walked out with a stunning 2-1 victory in the first leg of their quarter-final showdown. In a match packed with elite quality, breathtaking saves, and decisive moments, Die Roten left Madrid with one foot firmly planted in the semi-finals and sent a clear message to the rest of Europe: Bayern are serious contenders for title number 7. From the very first whistle, the Santiago Bernabéu provided a fitting stage for a meeting between two of the most decorated clubs in Champions League history. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes enormous, and both teams wasted no time showing exactly why they dominate this competition year after year. Bayern started the match with real intent. Their early pressing and sharp movement unsettled the home side, and within minutes they had a golden opportunity to take the lead. A clever-headed pass from Kane found Díaz Upamecano just yards from goal, but to everyone's surprise, the defender failed to make proper contact. It was a chance that seemed harder to miss than to score, and Bayern could hardly believe their misfortune. But Real Madrid, as they so often do at the Bernabéu, responded with speed and menace on the counterattack. Arda Güler slipped a perfectly weighted through ball into the path of Kylian Mbappé, sending the French superstar racing toward goal. However, standing in his way was Manuel Neuer. The veteran goalkeeper, one of the greatest in Champions League history, produced a brilliant save to deny Mbappé and keep the score level. And that was only the beginning of Neuer's highlight reel. Minutes later, Mbappé tested him again, and once again Neuer came out on top. But his best moment of the half came when Vinícius Júnior unleashed a powerful strike destined for the bottom corner. Neuer launched himself full stretch and produced a spectacular diving save that reminded everyone why he is still regarded as an elite shot stopper at the highest level. Despite Madrid's growing threat, it would have been unfair to say Bayern didn't deserve a breakthrough. 5 minutes before halftime, the visitors delivered a goal of real quality that stunned the home crowd into silence. A swift passing move sliced through Madrid's defensive shape, and Serge Gnabry delivered a perfectly timed through ball. Luis Díaz latched onto it calmly and slid the ball past Andre Lunin to give Bayern a deserved 1-0 lead. The timing of the goal was devastating for Madrid, and things were about to get worse. If the first half ended in shock for the home side, the second half began in chaos. Just 30 seconds after the restart, Bayern struck again. Michael Olise danced past defenders with a dazzling run before laying the ball off to Harry Kane at the edge of the area. The England captain didn't hesitate. With trademark precision, Kane swept the ball beyond Lunin and into the net to double Bayern's advantage before many fans had even returned to their seats. At 2-0, the Bernabéu fell into uneasy silence. Bayern were in complete control. Olise nearly added a third goal shortly after, forcing two smart saves from Lunin that kept Madrid from completely losing contact with the tie. But Real Madrid are never out of a Champions League night at home. Gradually, the momentum began to shift. Upamecano, already guilty of that earlier miss, had a moment he'll want to forget. His poor clearance fell straight to Vinícius Júnior inside the area. The Brazilian rounded Neuer, but from a tight angle, he failed to convert the chance. Moments later, Mbappé curled a shot just inches wide of the post as Madrid pushed forward with increasing urgency. The pressure was building, and eventually, it told. With 15 minutes remaining, Trent Alexander-Arnold whipped in a dangerous low cross to the far post. Mbappé arrived at the perfect moment and fired goalward. Neuer got a hand to it, but this time, the ball had just enough momentum to cross the line. 2-1. The Bernabéu roared back to life. Suddenly, Bayern were under siege. Wave after wave of Madrid attacks followed as Los Blancos searched desperately for an equalizer that could change the complexion of the tie. The pace of Vinícius, the movement of Mbappé, and the urgency of Madrid's midfield made for a frantic closing spell. Yet Bayern held firm. Their defensive organization, combined with Neuer's commanding presence, ensured that Madrid could not find the second goal their fans so desperately craved. When the final whistle blew, Bayern players celebrated a victory that felt even bigger than the scoreline suggested. This result marks only Real Madrid's second defeat in 9 recent meetings with Bayern Munich, and it hands the German giants a crucial advantage heading into the second leg. Scoring twice at the Bernabéu is an achievement in itself. Leaving with a win is something very few teams manage. And now, Bayern return home knowing they are in the driving seat. More importantly, this performance sends a powerful signal across Europe. Bayern didn't just defend deep and counter. They went toe-to-toe with the most successful club in Champions League history on their own turf and emerged deserved winners. Their balance between defensive resilience and attacking sharpness was evident throughout. From Neuer's heroics in goal to the creativity of Gnabry and Alice, and the clinical finishing of Díaz and Kane, this was a complete team performance. For Real Madrid, the task is now clear but daunting. They must go to Munich needing at least 1 goal, and possibly more, against a Bayern side that now believes this could be their year. The Champions League has a habit of producing nights that live long in memory, and this clash at the Bernabéu was one of them. A showcase of elite talent. A battle between European royalty. And a result that tilts the balance of this quarter-final dramatically in Bayern's favor. With the second leg looming, one thing is certain, the story of this tie is far from over. But for now, Bayern Munich have taken a giant step toward the semi-finals, and perhaps toward lifting the famous trophy for a 7th time.